All right, so now we have the functionality pretty much set up. We're able to list out all the job postings on the homepage, and we see each job posting in their detail page, but it looks a little bit bland right now. So let's go ahead and spice it up and make it look a little bit nicer. The first thing we're going to want to do is create a base.html page that the detail and list view can inherit from. So we'll go ahead and create a new file in this templates job board directory. We'll call this _base.html. And then I'm going to paste in some markdown. And you can find this linked in the repo. And one thing to note here is that we use this script tag to import this Tailwind CSS CDN. And so Tailwind CSS is a CSS framework that helps us style the page fairly easily. You may have heard of things like Bootstrap, which is another CSS framework. But Tailwind makes it really easy to just drop styles right into your HTML via classes. So that's what we're going to be using. So this basically gives us access to Tailwind CSS. And then in the body, we just have this header tag that says job board that links to the homepage. And then we have a div that holds the content where we'll actually show the content from the detail page and the index page. So let's go ahead next and update the index.html. And again, I'm just going to drop some markdown in. So I'm just going to overwrite what's currently here and paste this in, and you can find this in the repo. So we start off by extending from this base.html file. So we'll get the header and all of that stuff. And then we load humanize like we had before. And then here we specify our block content. So this is what will be displayed right here in our base file. And then inside of that block content, we use Flex to display the job posting details. So we loop through this job postings list, and for each posting, we display the details about it, and we also link to each job detail page. So we link to this job detail, which is, if we go to our urls.py file, well, we named it right here. So we named this job detail. So then in the template, we are able to just say job-detail, and then we pass in the parameter posting.pk, because the pk is what we expect to receive in this job detail view and in the job detail URL. So awesome. Now finally, let's update the detail page. So we'll again just replace this markdown with some styled HTML. Again, at the top, we extend from base.html with this tag, extends from job board / base.html. We load humanize to show the salary with commas. And then we specify the block content here, which will be displayed as before in this section right here on the base. And then we just display the details for the job posting. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. If we open up your terminal and make sure that your server is running, Python manage.py run server, and we go to localhost 8000, we will actually see an error here. So you can see it says no reverse match at home, reverse for home not found. And this is probably because when I, in the base, pasted in home, I believe we called this index in our URLs. So if we go back to our URLs, we actually didn't name this anything. So what we can do is to this empty path here in our urls.py in our job board app, we can add a name equals home. And now if we save that and go ahead and refresh the page, we can see it's working. And we have our two job postings showing up. It's looking a little bit nicer. We have our title here that we can click to go home. We can click on one of these to view the details, and then we see its details displayed much nicer. And we're able to go back to the list, click on another one. Amazing. So in this section, we've built out this job board where we're actually storing the information in a database using models. And in the next section, we'll look at how we can use the Django admin to interact with these models and add more functionality using this built-in Django feature. Look forward to seeing you in the next section.